Welcome to our channel, a place to explore and decode the mysteries surrounding the most thrilling and suspenseful episodes in the hit series Beyond the Gates. Today, we will take you on a deep and breathtaking journey, revealing the hidden layers behind the relationship between Shanice and Derek, a relationship that seems to be spontaneous, but contains intrigue, secrets, and a terrifying plan that few people expect. Let's follow their every step, where truth and lies intertwine, and a wrong choice can cause everything to collapse. After returning from the mysterious dimension behind the gate, Shanice's life is completely turned upside down. Although she tries to integrate, tries to live like a normal person, she always has the feeling that she is still being watched, controlled by some invisible force. The insecurity made Shanice withdraw, leaving only one person she could trust, Derek. He was a returnee like her, also missing, experienced strange phenomena that they could not explain. But what made Derek different was his timely presence and strange understanding. He seemed to read her mind, as if he had known every emotion, every fear in her heart. And then, as an inevitable result, Shanice and Derek rushed into each other, passionately, instinctively, as if both were running away from a world they could no longer control. But what Shanice did not expect was that the moment they went to bed was the starting point for a series of terrifying events that could not be reversed. Right after that fateful night, Shanice began to have recurring nightmares. In her dreams, she saw strange symbols, laboratories, faceless figures. And the most haunting thing, the image of Derek standing in the middle of it all, looking at her with a soulless gaze. At first, she thought it was just post-traumatic stress disorder. But then, she discovered unusual changes in her body. Severe headaches, disturbed memory. Memories of the time before her disappearance began to become strangely vague. What was scary was that she had heard other people who had returned tell of this, but they had all disappeared shortly after. When Shanice secretly checked her own medical records, she was shocked to discover that a strange biological data had been embedded in her genetic code. Something that could only happen if someone directly interfered with her body, or through a special form of biological contact. Now she had no doubt, Derek was the clue. She began to secretly investigate Derek. During the day, he was still the gentleman, always protecting and caring for her. But at night, he often disappeared without a trace. Shanice followed his trail and discovered that he had been meeting with people in military uniforms without insignia, frequently entering and exiting a restricted area that, according to government documents, was closed. While tailing him, she witnessed Derek entering a heavily guarded underground building. A place she had heard about in secret meetings with former federal agents, a place called the Postgate Control Center. This shocked her. Derek was not just a returnee, he could be part of a system that was manipulating everyone who had ever stepped out of that mysterious dimension. And then, she discovered a piece of top-secret data, a list of people who had been planted in close contact with the target subjects. On it, Derek's name was noted as Biosensor Unit Level 3, Operation Begins. The subjects on this list all had something in common. After getting close to Derek, they began to lose their memories, change their personalities, or even disappear without a trace. Shanice began to remember her friends, who had said they felt drained after being intimate with Derek. She didn't believe it at the time, but now, things were starting to become clear. She was no longer the only victim. Derek was part of a larger plan, a plan to exploit and manipulate biological information from those who had been in contact with the portal. And her relationship with Shanice, just one link in the chain of experiments. Shanice faced a painful choice: expose the truth or continue to pretend ignorance to find more solid evidence. But the longer it lasted, the more she felt her body changing. She has abilities she didn't have before. She can sense what other people are thinking, predict their behavior, and even make them uneasy with just her eyes. Is this a result of her contact with Derek? Or is there an entity awakening inside her? In a panic, Shanice searches through the leaked files of the organization that controls the portal. There, she discovers a terrifying term: higher biocompatibility, stage 4. Genetic fusion possible through sexual intercourse. They are creating hybrids between humans and something that already exists beyond the portal. These creatures could infiltrate human society unnoticed, and Shanice could be the first chosen host without even realizing it. She's running out of time. Derek continues to approach her, getting closer, more affectionate. But in his eyes, Shanice begins to realize something terrifying. He feels nothing. His every action is a simulation, a facsimile of his true feelings. He could be starting to lose control, or he could be done. Shanice doesn't know how much longer she can keep this secret. But she vows not to disappear like the others. She must find a way to escape Derek. But also face the reality that she herself may not be the same person anymore. Thank you for following the tense and mysterious story between Shanice and Derek in Beyond the Gates. If you find this content attractive and want to continue to discover more shocking truths behind the mysterious gate, don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel now so you don't miss the latest analysis and revelations. The secret never ends. And the gate is still open.